Wow, that was fun. So a number of years ago, guys, I did a record with Jason Mraz, and it was one of my favorite records I've ever done. I like to do these historical kind of videos on songs that I've done from time to time. And there was a top 10 hit on this particular record. It wasn't this song. This is my favorite song on the record. It's called Freedom Song. But the hit that he had was a very stripped down acoustic thing called I Won't Give Up. And it went to number 8 in 2012. Jason had one other hit song in the top 10 in 2009, and that's called I'm Yours. So this was his second one. And I just want to play you a little of it. I made a clip of kind of the part I played on it. See if you remember this song. It was the top 10 song for him. And the thing about it is it was a crowded field of very, very intense pop songs. And then there was this really, really quiet, organic, kind of sensitive song that we did that was part of that top 10. So just take a look at this clip and see if you remember this song.
I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up, still looking up, but I won't give up on us. God knows I'm
So Jason is an amazing artist, and when he brings a song into the studio with a group of musicians, it's already done. You know what I'm saying? He's singing it, it's playing it, it sounds great, and what you try and do is just embellish it a little bit and not try and get in the song's way at all. So in this particular case, I played some 12-string. Now, my part on the record was simpler than that. When I kind of do reenactments, I try and add a few, flashy things. So it was simpler than that, but the real contribution I made on this song was in the bridge. And so look at this clip, and this is the actual part I played in the bridge, and it's a counterpoint part that kind of, just steps out a little bit. So that was my largest kind of moment in the song. Take a look at this clip. Into the bridge, major 7th, flat pick.
I won't give up.
Now
I don't
stand.
wanna be someone who walks away so easily. I'm here to stay and make the difference that I can make.
Now I created a counterpoint.
Our differences, they do a lot to teach us how to use the tools and gifts we got here. We got a lot at stake.
Again.
And in the end,
D,
you're still my friend.
D2.
At least we did intend for us to work. We didn't break, we didn't burn. We had to learn.
That's just a
how to
B7 with a third in the bass.
without the world caving in. I had to learn what I got and what I'm not, and who I am. I won't give up.
Okay, so now let's move on to Freedom Song, which is this really, really fun up-tempo thing. And I knew when we cut it, it was kind of my favorite song on the record. And then they added these great horns and great backgrounds. So it's a really fun song to do. Before we start, I just want to remind you guys there is a special offer in the Masterclass just for this weekend. And it's right below this video. And if you want to support the channel and support us, take a look at the Masterclass if you're interested in learning guitar. It's gotten really big, and I keep adding to it. And I'm about to publish a beginners section, a big one. Well, we're up to about 70 videos. That'll happen in the next couple of weeks. But check it out. There's a 14-day free trial if you want to, if you want lessons. You can always opt out if it's not right for you. So anyway, let's move on to Freedom Song. I'm going to play through it one more time just for a second, and then let's talk about it. This is, this is my favorite kind of music, and it's so fun to play rhythm. It's really fun to play lead on a song like this. It's even more fun to play rhythm. Anyway, here we go.
I see birds fly across the sky. Everyone's heart
So it's super fun. It goes from F sharp minor to C sharp minor to B minor and back. Pretty simple. I find when I solo on this song, I really need to pay attention to chord tones. Let me show you. Okay, over to C sharp minor. Now to B minor. Back to C sharp. Back to F sharp. Landing on a C sharp. So I'm really landing on chord tones every time. And then when it comes to the rhythm, there's a lot of muting going on.
I see birds fly across the sky. Everyone's heart flies together.
That
And people smiling.
it's constant, and it really makes it fun, and it kind of keeps you locked in when you're playing rhythm. So back to lead, landing on a C sharp. Now to B minor. And that's a chord tone. You know, it's a C sharp. And the thing about this, as long as you're not landing, you can just play the blues. But the minute you stop, you know, this whatever long blues phrase that you do, you have to kind of land on a chord tone. So that's kind of how I manage this whole thing. So hey everybody, I'm just looking at some of the questions right now. Do you have to ask the artists to teach the parts you wrote? Whose property is it? So here's how it works. An artist writes a song, and what is the song is the music and the lyrics and the melody. So when you play parts on that song, you're just asked to be basically an orchestrator and an arranger, and you're compensated for that in a good way. And there are royalties sometimes attached to that through the musicians union. So a writer and an artist, they own their song. Now there have been cases in history where a riff has gotten where a song has gotten so popular because of the actual riff that a musician has gone back and said, hey, I have a lawyer and it's obvious that this riff actually made this song a hit and you need to give me a little piece of this. So in history that has happened. But in general, what you do as a musician is you orchestrate. And speaking of orchestration, my friend Carl Ridden is here. Carl is a professional orchestrator and a great guitar player too. So you are generous in your orchestrations, and these parts are simply orchestrations, and that's how it works. Oh, Guillermo, thanks for signing up for the Masterclass. Yeah, see what you think. Poke around for 2 weeks. If you like it, stay. If you don't, then you can opt out. Suzanne, thanks for the thumbs up about the Masterclass. I'm glad you're liking it. I really am. Oh, Al, that's a great question. How does having the cabinet at Jet Engine Loud become a benefit? Amps are best at their sweet spot, and that's usually too loud to have in the room with you. I don't know if you guys have experienced that, but and you know that's why I'm actually this year I'm going to investigate a lot of attenuators, because I think you really need to have a good attenuator with any amp if you're not miking like I am in a separate room or separate location. So Jet Engine Loud means I can turn that Marshall up to where it sounds the best, and that's a sound that's so loud I can't have it in the room with me. So that's the benefit. The amp sounds best at 6, and 6 is way too loud for anybody. I mean, you would go deaf listening. So anyway. I'm going to play one more time, and then we'll take some more questions. Really, I really appreciate you guys joining us, and yeah, activate Pro Tools again. Here we go. Yeah.